My name is Sarah Bennett, and for 15 years, I thought my husband, Daniel, and I had built a perfect life in the heart of New York City. Our apartment in Chelsea was our haven, filled with dreams of a future together. But one crisp October night, a single text shattered everything I thought I knew. Secrets, lies, and choices that changed us forever. This is our story. Love can be a battlefield, especially in a city that never sleeps. What happens when trust is broken, and the only way to fight back is to break the rules yourself? Stay with me as I share a journey of heartbreak, revenge, and the hope of rebuilding what was lost. If this story resonates with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more gripping tales of love and life. Ring the bell so you never miss an update. Now, let's dive into the moment my world turned upside down. My name is Sarah Bennett, and my husband, Daniel Bennett, has been my world for 15 years. We've been married in the heart of New York City, where the skyline glitters like a promise and the streets hum with dreams and secrets. Our apartment in Chelsea, with its exposed brick walls and view of the Hudson, was our sanctuary, a place where we built a life filled with laughter, late-night talks, and plans for a future that included children and a brownstone of our own. But beneath the surface of our perfect life, a crack was forming, one I didn't see until it was too late. It was a crisp October evening, the kind where the city smells of roasted chestnuts and the air carries the bite of coming winter. I was in our kitchen, chopping vegetables for dinner, when Daniel's phone buzzed on the counter. He was in the shower, the faint sound of water mingling with the jazz playing softly from our speakers. The notification caught my eye, a text from someone named Vanessa. Miss you already. Tomorrow night, it read, punctuated with a winking emoji. My heart stopped. Daniel's phone was never locked. He'd always said he had nothing to hide. So, with trembling fingers, I opened the message thread. What I found shattered me. Vanessa wasn't a colleague or a friend. She was his lover. Their messages painted a vivid picture. Stolen moments in hotel rooms near Times Square, whispered promises in dimly lit bars in the East Village, plans for a weekend away that he'd told me was a business trip to Chicago. The betrayal was a knife, twisting deeper with every word I read. When Daniel emerged from the bathroom, towel around his waist, I held up his phone, my voice steady despite the storm inside. Who's Vanessa, Daniel? His face crumpled, the guilt written in the lines of his jaw. He didn't lie, not outright. He admitted to the affair, said it was a mistake, a moment of weakness in the grind of our routine. I love you, Sarah, he said, his blue eyes pleading. It's nothing serious. I'll end it. I wanted to believe him. We'd survived so much together, job losses, family dramas, the chaos of New York itself. I told him to stop, to cut her off completely, to choose us. He nodded, swore he would, and for a moment, I thought we could stitch our marriage back together, but New York is a city that hides secrets in plain sight, and Daniel's promises were as fleeting as the subway trains that rumble beneath the streets. Weeks passed, and I noticed the signs again. Late nights at his Midtown office, hushed phone calls he took on our balcony, the way he avoided my gaze when I asked about his day. I wasn't naive. I checked his phone again, this time finding a hidden app with a password I cracked by guessing our anniversary, 0927. There she was, Vanessa, still there, their messages now encrypted, but no less damning. Hotel receipts in his coat pocket confirmed it. He was still seeing her, choosing her over me, over us. I confronted him again, my voice breaking as we stood in our living room, the city lights twinkling through the window like a mocking backdrop. Daniel, I begged you to stop, I said, tears streaming down my face. This is killing me. If you love me, end it. Please. He held me, his arms warm but hollow, and promised to try harder. But the next day, I found a receipt for a boutique hotel in Soho, dated the night before. He hadn't stopped. He couldn't or wouldn't, and the realization broke something inside me. Love wasn't enough anymore. I needed to make him feel the pain he'd inflicted, to shake him awake before we lost everything. That's when I met Lucas. It happened at a cozy bookstore in the West Village, one of those places with creaky floors and shelves that smell of old paper. I was browsing poetry, trying to lose myself in words, when Lucas approached me. He was a photographer, he said, working on a project capturing the soul of New York. His warm brown eyes and easy smile felt like a balm to my bruised heart. We talked over coffee at a nearby cafe, the kind with mismatched mugs and fairy lights. He asked for my number, and I gave it to him, telling myself it was just a distraction, a way to feel seen again. Our meetings became a routine: lunches in Dumbo, walks along the High Line, late-night talks in dive bars in Williamsburg. Lucas saw me in a way Daniel hadn't in years. He listened to my fears, my dreams, and when he laughed, it felt like sunlight breaking through the clouds. The line between friendship and something more blurred one night in his Brooklyn loft, a space filled with black and white prints and the scent of developing chemicals. We were sitting on his couch, a bottle of wine between us, when he leaned in, his hand brushing mine. The air crackled with possibility, and when he kissed me, it was gentle but electric, a moment that made my heart race. We didn't go further that night, but the next time we met, the tension was undeniable. In his loft again, the city skyline glowing beyond the windows, we kissed again, deeper this time. His hands found my waist, pulling me close, and I let myself sink into the warmth of his embrace. It was intimate but not reckless, a slow dance of closeness that felt like reclaiming a piece of myself. His touch was careful, reverent, and when we pulled apart, breathless, I felt alive in a way I hadn't in months. I told myself it was just to get Daniel's attention, to mirror his betrayal, but with Lucas, it was more. I was falling for him, and the guilt of that truth battled the thrill of it. I wasn't careful enough. One evening, I left my phone on the kitchen counter, and a message from Lucas lit up the screen. Thinking of you. Can we meet tomorrow? Daniel saw it, and the confrontation that followed was a storm. We stood in our apartment, the hum of the city outside drowned out by his voice, raw with anger. "You're cheating on me," he shouted, his face a mix of hurt and disbelief. After everything? The hypocrisy stung, but I didn't flinch. "You did this first," I said, my voice shaking with years of pain. "I begged you to stop, Daniel. I begged you to choose me. You didn't. So I found someone who does." He was speechless, his eyes wide with the realization that his actions had consequences. For the first time, I saw fear in him, fear of losing me, of losing the life we'd built in this unforgiving city. I told him about Lucas, not the intimate details, but enough to make it real. I wanted him to hurt, to understand what he was risking. And it worked. Daniel ended things with Vanessa, this time for good. He showed me the messages, deleted her contact, blocked her number. He begged for another chance, promising therapy, transparency, anything to save us, but Lucas complicated everything. He wasn't just a fling, he was kind, attentive, and dangerously close to my heart. I didn't love him the way I loved Daniel, not yet, but I could, and that scared me. One night, Daniel and I sat on our balcony, the city sprawling below us, its lights a reminder of the dreams we'd once shared. "I know I screwed up," he said, his voice low, broken. "I was selfish, Sarah." Vanessa was an escape, a way to feel something else. "But I love you. I've always loved you. Please, let's try again." His words stirred something in me, a flicker of the love we'd had before Vanessa, before Lucas, before the lies. But trust was a fragile thing, and ours was in pieces. I ended things with Lucas the next day, meeting him at a park in Brooklyn. His face fell when I told him I needed to work on my marriage, but he nodded, his hand lingering on mine. "If you change your mind," he said, "you know where to find me." Walking away from him felt like leaving a part of myself behind, but I wasn't ready to give up on Daniel, not yet. We started therapy, Daniel and I, in a small office in Midtown. It was grueling, peeling back layers of resentment, guilt, and unspoken truths. Daniel admitted that Vanessa had been a way to escape his fears of growing older, of failing me. I admitted that Lucas had been my rebellion, a way to reclaim the power Daniel's betrayal had stolen. We cried, we fought, we laughed at memories of our early days in the city, dancing in dive bars, sharing pizza on the steps of the Met. Slowly, we began to rebuild, not the same marriage, but something new, forged in the chaos of New York. It's been 8 months since that October night when I learned about Vanessa. The pain hasn't vanished. It lingers like the city's winter chill, sharp but fading. Daniel is trying, really trying. He leaves his phone unlocked, comes home early, plans walks through Central Park with the enthusiasm of our dating days. I'm trying too. Letting go of the anger, learning to trust again. But there are moments when I think of Lucas, of the way he saw me, and I wonder if I made the right choice. Love in New York is a gamble, a leap of faith in a city that never slows down. For now, I'm here, fighting for the man I vowed to love, hoping we can bury the secrets that nearly broke us. The city hums outside our window, its rhythm a reminder that life moves on. Daniel takes my hand, and tonight I don't pull away. Maybe we'll make it. Maybe we won't. But in this city of dreams and heartbreak, we're trying, and for now, that's enough.